We are.
Good morning, Nudelberg.
Thank you for having me.
It is a terrific Tuesday. We are here. We're back. We're live. We're ready to get after it for another day. And today's gonna be a fun game. We're a fun day. We're gonna play games. We're gonna talk
It's
about.
Not a game. It's like totally. You forget it. It's ridiculous. You guys are like
we're gonna get everybody involved, and it's so appropriate because. I mean, as 2021 closes, everybody's got the list, like I love Spotify's list. Spotify tells you your top 20 artists that you listen to, the top 20 songs you listen to, how many minutes you streamed. Like, I love the way they do that. Apple Music does something similar. So we're going to use one of these top 2021 lists, and we're going to play some trivia with it. It's going to be fun.
I think it's going to be fun for some of us. So talk to me about last night, man. We played some football last night.
So first of all, it's official. Everybody's either in the fantasy playoffs or out of the fantasy playoffs. And you and Jake did a great job of making a push at the end of the year to get yourselves in. But the entire On the Ball team is in the playoffs. Yep, I got the second seed. You guys scooped up the last seed last night. Shay, you're somewhere. Were you 3 or 4?
5.
There you're 5. So you're right in the middle of the pack. So I've got a bye week in the first week, and then I will see the winner of your match. So it's possible that we have a showdown in the semifinals in 2 weeks, you and I.
So truth be told, I don't really know that much about it. Jake does share the lineup with me, but if you listen to him, we're out, we're done, it's over. See you, bye. Then we're still in. Oh no, we're out. We're in. Oh, this is out. I can't keep track, man. I'm like, dude, you can compute shit faster than me. By the way, are we on? I don't see any comments.
I don't see any comments yet. It says we're live and we're rolling, but probably not connected to LinkedIn. So we've got a live issue. We'll give it a minute.
Okay,
how was your Monday?
What are we doing? My Monday was great. I must tell everybody that, the summing up the year, the feedback. Yeah, we must not be online because there comes.
Yeah. Everybody's moving to YouTube. So well done, everybody.
Well, LinkedIn, baby. LinkedIn is asleep at the wheel.
Well, we didn't even get a notification from StreamYard either. So,
yeah, it's crazy. Nothing on LinkedIn, man. So,
keep it rolling.
Oh, well, yeah, we keep it rolling. We keep going. We're here. We're doing it live.
So you must tell everybody. I must know what you must tell everybody.
So I must tell everybody that the feedback that I'm getting from all of my coaching clients, they're in this unbelievable mood. There's LinkedIn. Yay!
There you go. Right.
So it's amazing. It feels good. The reason why you do this, specifically yesterday I had conversations with Clara from Bank United, Andy Smith, who is just amazing, who just said, hey, this is amazing. I love doing this. I don't even know where I want to go with it, but I love doing it. So feedback loop for everybody is really, really important. Lori and I talked yesterday about her feedback back to her group. So whatever you're doing, you and I do good feedback with each other. We constantly check each other's pulse. So that's my comment.
I think the difference, and so we can talk a little bit about coaching real quick, and we've talked about this last week. We've talked about the difference between us and other coaches. We've talked about the way people position themselves in the market and what people say. But our coaching is truly diagnostic, right? Like, we don't show up with a 12-step plan for people to say, this is what you're going to do, right? Like, there's areas of expertise that we like to work in. And if you fit into one of those areas, everything from there is all diagnostic based on what you're doing, how you're doing it, how you progress, what you're dealing with. And we, try to be creative and innovative in the way that we go about, creating movement for people. So I think that's why you're getting that feedback. It's not what most people do. Most people are John Maxwell trained and going to take you through the 12 steps. And here's what you have to do and say to be empathetic. That's not really the way it works, right? All coaching should be individualized.
So it's interesting because I see that through the lens of what you used to do, and Michael Gervais, which was my favorite podcast ever, when he talks about, Pete Carroll and, not everybody gets coached the same. It's just,
Right.
the thought of it is ridiculous, So I'm not sure if LinkedIn is working or not working. I got to notice that it's not working. I don't know. Just,
Let's go to some wake up music. But I love Chris White's question of, okay, maybe this is a test. What have you learned from the Huddle this year? I think that's a great topic for us to discuss this week as we wrap up the
pivot, baby, pivot
2021 year. But let's go to some wake up music, and then we'll come back, and we are definitely getting to this game.
Help, yeah. Wake up, everybody! Get up! Get up! Get up! Get up! Wake up! Come on! Come on! Wake up, everybody! Teach a new way. Maybe then they'll listen what you have to say. Wake up, everybody! No more sleeping in there. No more back to thinking, top of thinking ahead. Come on now.
So I checked my feed. It's not live on my feed.
Okay. Well, we've got people on LinkedIn commenting, and we're rolling with the show.
Yeah,
so all of the lists are getting dropped, right? What do you got?
So there was a shout out I wanted to do yesterday. I'm going to steal a little bit of time.
Okay.
So when we did this women's thing, Hayden Kissan, reached out and said, "Hey, I'm in the hood. I got a gift for you guys. Can I stop by?" He did. Gave us a cool little cigar set. Knowing that for sure those will be smoked over the next 2 weeks because I'll be taking the time to do that. But there was something rolled up in between the cigars.
Yes.
Very nonchalant. And I said, normally my inclination would be to throw it out, Open it up. Do you mind if I read it?
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead.
Dear Steve, little did I know that the day you spoke to my class at NSU, that your philosophy, your business, and your family would make such a profound impact on the direction of my career. That afternoon presentation knocked over the first of many dominoes in a long chain that brought me into the position I find myself in today. I have continued to be a student of the Daily Huddle and On the Ball Ventures, and words cannot express the gratitude I feel for you and Mark in sharing your passion day in and day out. I hope this small token of my appreciation acts as a reminder that you are changing lives. Thank you for your mentorship, Hayden Kissan.
That's awesome. That's so great. I love Hayden to death. Work out with him. He's become a member of Roar Station with me. I've introduced him to an opportunity that led him to where he is today, and just super glad to have him in the network and so appreciative of the kind words. I as well got one of those notes that was very similar.
To answer Chris's comment, and I know you want to play this freaking game, but to answer Chris's, comment, the idea is you just never know who's watching and who you're impacting. The craziest thing about social media is whatever you post, lots of people see it. They just don't tell you they see it.
Right.
So, to me, that's Martin Luther King saying, that faith, that step of faith is not seeing it, just believing that you can make a difference. Crazy shit, man. Really incredible.
I love it. It's a great takeaway from the Huddle. So the game we are going to play is a little bit different than a spelling bee, right? I'll spell it for you. I'll give you I'll give you the pronunciation. I need you to tell me what the word means, because this list is the list of the most mispronounced words of 2021 according to the U.S. captioning company. So this is a company that needs to know how to spell and pronounce things.
I am planning on putting my most creative comedic hat on.
So would love for the people that are in the Huddle, the ones that are here on YouTube, able to comment, go ahead and tell us if you can guess what they mean. I'll give everybody a second to do it. But the first word is chuggy, right? CHUGGY. Eugy. Chuggy. Can you tell me what chuggy means in today's world?
Yes, that is absolutely the peanuts that get stuck in your teeth when you're chewing.
That is not a chuggy. Chuggy is a word popularized by Gen Z and used to mock outdate and unfashionable styles. So I think it's right on the fringe of Jake's generation that are making fun of old people. But so some of the things they would use the word chuggy for, being obsessed with Apple products, loving Friends or Harry Potter or Grey's Anatomy or The Simpsons, being a Disney adult, wearing skinny jeans, having those exposed light bulbs in your home, or owning Starbucks merchandise, all categories that would get you called chuggy in 2021.
And the chances, the chances of me using that word anytime in the near future are absolutely zero.
The second most mispronounced word, which you're definitely going to know what this is Chipotle. Obviously, you know what Chipotle is, right?
Well, I know that it's a place to go eat food.
Correct.
But I don't know what Chipotle is. I mean, what is it? You know,
it's a pepper. It's a Chipotle. It's a kind of pepper.
I know that. Okay.
Nice. It's a kind of pepper, but it is the second most mispronounced word in the United States. Chipotle, Chipotle, like all of these. It's really simple, guys. Chipotle.
I like it.
Okay. Now we're going to get into
that up. As a matter of fact, Jake and I are having Chipotle for lunch.
So the third one, we're going to get into some that I have a hard time pronouncing. So the third one is Talgona. Can you tell me what Talgona means?
Well, first of all, any word that's pronounced Talgona that starts with a D, it's like, seriously, what the hell are you doing? You know, like, Shay, give me what the hell's going on out there?
What the hell's going on out here?
That word should be Dalgonia, not Talgonia.
So this is definitely very new. Talgona is a Korean treat that's made with melted sugar and baking soda. The word became popularized through the new Netflix series Squid Games that is absolutely viral right now, which I have not watched, but that's a new word for you.
And it is highly used as a men's perspirant.
This is one that you may know. This is one that you may know. Okay, so the fourth word is Ethereum. Can you tell me what Ethereum is?
Jonathan Aaron says, wait, sorry, it's Jeremy. It's like where NASCAR races in Talladega. That's awesome. Okay, sorry.
Ethereum is your fourth word.
Is actually a I have no idea.
It's not on the periodic table.
I was going there, but I knew it wasn't, so I stopped.
It's a cryptocurrency. So it is one of the cryptocurrencies that skyrocketed in value this year. Obviously, Bitcoin in that cryptocurrency world. So Ethereum is a word. Okay,
So
there you go.
Jeff Bishop always catches shit because he calls it Chipotle.
So, all right, your fifth word is Eilish. Can you tell me what Eilish is?
It is the last name of a female singer that is somewhere in the middle of
There you go.
Or an it or an A or a, I don't know.
That is the last name of 19-year-old female singer Billie Eilish.
I got it right.
Who became very popular throughout this past year.
I actually thought it's when somebody walks up and licks your eyelashes. Eilish.
All right, here's another word that has been mispronounced. Ever Given.
Well,
Do you know what Ever Given is?
How is it mispronounced?
I don't know how people are mispronouncing it, but I'm just telling you that it is. Do you know what the reference is?
Ever Given. Let's just say no.
It's the name of the ship that caused the national supply chain frenzy after it blocked the Suez Canal back in March. So
it's actually
headline
not
news.
So it is not given. It's not ever given.
It would appear through the pronunciation that it's Ever Given.
Well, if it
Oh,
was Ever Given and they didn't deliver, it's not
Actually,
Ever
Never
Given.
Given. It's
They ain't ever given, man. They ain't ever given, man.
Excellent. Okay, this one I don't know if Ed Merkel
Moscow. It's a
this
city
morning,
of Moscow.
but the next one is Glasgow. Can you
Right.
tell me why we're referencing or what Glasgow is?
It's a city in Russia.
It is not a city in Russia. It is a city in Scotland. It is a Scottish city that was the host of this year's United Nations Climate Conference. So all of the Christian Castellano comes in with a great comment that says, "Ever given a recommendation?" Okay, so we've got a couple left here. So I'm going to go with two more. Okay. And this is one that I've been mispronouncing my entire life, but it is Kells is the way that it's pronounced, but it's spelled Kelce. Can you give me the reference?
Well, I mean, so way back when people would say it's as cold as Kelsey's nuts, man. So I don't know what Kel's bells are. Kel's bells might be Kelsey's nuts. Man.
So Travis Kelce is one of the best tight ends in the NFL, but apparently everybody in the world, according to his brother, have been pronouncing their family's name wrong for their entire NFL careers. It is Travis Kelce, not Travis Kelce. So there you go, Jeff Bishop. You got the reference.
I am not
learned
accepting
something
that.
new today, pronouncing that name wrong.
I am not accepting that because
it's their name. What do you mean?
I don't care. I don't care. That's completely lie. My name, right? How do you? My name is Jones, but I spell it Smith. What kind of shit is that?
Okay, the last one is Omicron or Omicron. Either way would be acceptable ways to pronounce. Can you tell me the reference for Omicron or Omicron?
Wouldn't that be the new variant?
That for 1,000.
Somebody sat there smoking a big doob going, what kind of word can we give them now that they
that is 1,000% correct. That is the newest variant of COVID. Well done. That's where we're going to end the mispronunciation game of 2021. We are now going to go to motivational morning music from none other than, of course, Phil Collins, because we've been jamming him since last week. And then we're going to come back and talk about one thing that you absolutely have to do in 2022.
Nice.
Love it. Gotta love him.
I love this whole Phil Collins thing. I mean, I'm listening to it nonstop. Phil Collins, old Genesis. You know, it's really good shit. Really good.
So I'm going to tell you that the number one thing you need to do in 2022, and this is a tactic within our time management strategy is you need to understand how to manage your notifications. Okay. There is a new study that came out that says it suggests it could take up to 23 minutes to recover your full focus after getting a distraction. And so while these things that we have in technology, which we preach about all the time, create great advancements, right? There's also great setbacks that come with it. So understanding that technology is great, accessibility is great, information is great, understanding how to discipline yourself on when to get the notifications, when to handle the notifications, when to respond to notifications in order to keep your focus intact to what you're doing is a tactic and a skill set that you definitely need to develop for 2022. And by the way, Apple made it very easy for you.
So I hate saying you need to do this because that comes from a place like all these other morons that are on this platform. Like, you need to do this, you need to do that. Well, this came from you and me having a conversation of one of the things when we get into a company, we realize that they're interrupting each other all day long, whether it's live or through social media. If you live in a culture of interruption, it's really hard to get something going. But this comes from the listening. This comes, that whole, when you're talking to somebody, somebody's always jumping on your dialogue. Shut the fuck up and wait till I'm done. Well, all of a sudden the same thing's happening all day long. And listen, we're all guilty of it. You post something, you want to see if you got likes. Who's coming?
Immediately.
Oh my God, nobody liked it. Oh my God, we didn't go live. Oh my God, the world is ending. So this is, this is what they did. They trained us to get that dopamine hit.
Correct.
Like the rat. Give me more. So
which creates the squirrel effect. Which now it's squirrel,
right.
squirrel.
Right.
So, and if you're constantly bouncing from thing to thing, you're not fully focused on anything. And if nothing's getting your full attention, you're not producing as well as you could within that one activity.
So I have been known to say, be where your feet are, create boundaries. And I love the airplane setting. It's off. I'm not getting anything. It's great because I'm not disciplined enough to go, look away. I just can't do it, So
right.
if it's off, if it's turned off, I love that. And to your point, very, very excited that Apple came up. And I don't know if we have a graph of what Apple
I think we have the picture. Shay, do we have the picture?
No picture.
Okay, so maybe I can show it on my phone real quick.
Yeah, that's a miss.
It's super simple. When you go into your phone right here, right, and you pull up your settings screen, they've got this focus button that when you click on focus, it gives you very simple options of personal, work, sleep, and there's the do not disturb for everything. But within each one of those, you can decide who can get through, what notifications can come through, so you can really start to discipline yourself to, when I'm in work hours, I don't want social media notifications, but I'll allow a call from my boss, or I'll allow a call from my spouse or from my family in case there's an emergency. So you can really start to discipline yourself to turn these settings on during whatever the activities are that you're focused on, to make sure only the right notifications are getting to you, because notifications aren't bad, but being overwhelmed by notifications can deteriorate what you're trying to accomplish.
I mean, one of the things I have aggressively done every December is I start deleting all of the emails that are coming in.
Right.
Anytime you look at something, boom, they've signed you up.
Right.
Like, okay, here they come, inbound, and they never, it's coming in. So
unsubscribe.
Unsubscribe is a really cool thing, because if you want something, it takes 2 seconds to click and go there. You don't need every single day. Like, I remember I was in Bed Bath & Beyond buying something, and I don't really know if they asked me or whatever, but I must get like 15 Bed Bath & Beyond things every day. They're like, okay, I got it. I understand you want to, everything is on sale. This is free. It's like, I'm going to miss out on something. So I agree with you that if you want to be more productive and not busy, You know, those other things are busy. They keep
Right.
you busy. And that's where people get stuck and they go, oh, I had such a busy day, but I wasn't productive. I didn't produce anything. You know, and in order to
That
produce
80-20 rule from Warren Buffett, right? Like if you really want to focus on your top 20% of your priorities, then you really have to discipline yourself to that other 80%, not even being able to take any of your attention away. You can't just say, I'm not just going to work on it. You also have to say, I'm not going to allow it to penetrate my focus when I am working on my top 5%.
So I think that's great advice. Although we don't usually give advice, we give perspective. I mean, for me, less is more. Oh, he found the picture.
There goes Shay. He found the picture. Excellent job, Shay.
There you go.
Well done. So find ways to define what are the notifications that you want coming through during what hours of the day. Allow yourself to continue to develop. Jonathan Aaron says, I've turned off most of my notifications on my phone, and it's been very liberating. That's the majority. That's the consensus feeling, is that once you start to discipline yourself to not having those things puncture your focus all the time, you feel free and you feel more productive.
I love it. I think it's fantastic. What a great way to sort of, you know, free yourself up to think. And I use that commercial from the Southwest. You're free to roam around. Free to roam around, baby.
Exactly. Terrific Tuesday. Tenacious job, Dad. You really battled through that misunderstood word.
Shout out to everybody that pivoted to YouTube today. Nice job, everybody. You know, life does not feed you all of the answers. Sometimes you got to find it. You know,
I got another word that surprisingly mispronounced, or you would think. Well, that too. So we have a little coyote issue in the neighborhood since we're out west in the sticks a little bit. So everybody says coyote. Well, the Florida Fish and Wildlife Control says coyote.
Oh, really? Coyote? Yes. Oh no,
coyote.
I'm out.
Yeah.
I was like, coyote, it's not like something you roll up and smoke, man.
Yeah, I was like, it's not. It wasn't Wiley coyote. Right. It was Wiley coyote.
So I have heard the word coyote though, which I don't know if that's different than a coyote. Ladies and gentlemen, have a fantastic Tuesday. Go get after it. We got 3 more episodes coming for you before the end of 2021. Have a great day. Let's get down to business.
Where are you, LinkedIn?
Please don't worry about me. I'm about to let my heart speak. My friends keep telling me to leave this. So let's get down to business. Let's get down to business. Give you one more night to get this. We